All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, hello everyone. This is Justin Lee with internprofits.com and REIMarketingtips.com, and welcome to today's webinar. I want to thank everyone very, very much for joining us. We're going to get started here very shortly. It's just 1 minute after past four out here on the West Coast, and I want everybody to go ahead and get ready. We're going to have an awesome, jam-packed action webinar for you tonight. So just so you guys are very clear, during the presentation today, you're going to be shown a 3-step system that was created by someone who I know is one of the brightest minds today in the internet marketing industry, and his name is Ty Cohen. Now, what Ty has done is he's gone ahead and put together a very straightforward system for making money with Amazon Kindle. And the cool thing about it, it's so simple that I know a 14-year-old could do it and still do amazingly well. And why do I say this? Well, Ty's tested it with his own daughter. And so what Ty did was, in addition to giving you the guys the best information, he's not only going to do the presentation, but he's brought on one of his top students who is now one of his business partners with us here today to present the system to you. That person's name is Tom Jandula. Now, working with Ty, Tom has coached and trained some of the world's most successful people today, and he is going to show you how to make money using Ty Cohen's system and Amazon Kindle. So guys, it's not just Ty, but it's Tom as well that I want to welcome to the presentation, and I appreciate having both of you guys here to share such an awesome opportunity. So I know that everybody here today came not to listen to me do an introduction, but to come and listen to you guys, to tell them exactly how to do this. So before I turn it over to them, guys, get out a paper, get out something to write with, turn off all the distractions in your background, turn off the TV, turn off Facebook, close down your email client, turn off the radio, all that stuff, close the door, get ready, because we're going to plow through a lot of important information that's going to make a huge difference this year and beyond. Without further ado, Ty, Tom, I'm going to turn it over to you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Justin. That was a great introduction there. And as Justin mentioned, we're going to have Tom. Tom's going to go over the entire system. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have something to write with, as Justin mentioned. Grab a stack of paper, because I guarantee you will want to take notes once he starts getting into some of the meat of this stuff. All right, so with that said, Tom, are you ready?
Absolutely, yeah. Can everyone hear me loud and clear, guys? Just give me a yes in the chat box for me if you can hear the English accent coming through your speakers, and if you can see the lady sitting on the beach. She's reading a Kindle. If you've got both of those things, just give me a yes. If you are, well, you won't be able to mention if you can't hear me, but if you can't see the lady on the beach, then tell me. But everyone says yes. Clay, yes. Carl, yes. Mark, yes. Jim, yes. Glenn, yes. Chase, yes. Awesome. Cool. Well, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here with us today. I'm not sure what time it is, but depending on where you are, where you're logging in from. But you know, I think it's great that you're showing up here to learn something, and I feel very honoured that Justin's had us on to speak, and we're going to make sure that this is a hugely valuable use of your time. That's my biggest promise to you, is that this isn't this is really going to be a training session. There's going to be so much actionable content, and like I said, this is going to go really quickly, and we're going to have to, because we've got a lot to get through. And one of the things, obviously, me coming on and presenting this to you, is we do this a little bit differently, because when Ty asked me to do this, he said he'd think it'd be nice for people to hear from someone who's actually been through this program and had success with it. And I mean, it's been life-changing for me, as I'll tell you a little bit about in a second. So one thing that I said, if I was going to come on and do this, that I had to be able to give away as much information as I possibly could in the time that we have together. So we'll probably, we got about an hour and 15 minutes together. So I'm going to give away as much of the farm as possible. So everything that I know and I've been able to do in the last year of making money with Kindle, I'm going to share with you, at least the main points, so that you can literally come off this webinar and go and publish a book if you want to. You'll know how to find good titles and good topics to publish on, and we're going to give you price points and all this fantastic stuff. So please get a pen ready, shut down Facebook or any distractions that you've got, pay attention. And of course, at the end, if you like what you've heard, we'll talk about how you can further your education with us as well. But please get a pen and paper ready, and we'll get diving right into this. So first of all, very quickly, just a very quick slide about myself. This is the only slide I have. I'm not going to give you a 2-hour sob story about my life or anything like that. Basically, I've got the cliff points that are important. First of all, this is me here with my lovely wife, Jackie, and just so that you can put a face to the voice that you're hearing coming through your speakers. And basically, some cliff notes, some important cliff notes is I struggled online for a good, I think, about 2 years before I had any success. And I spent a bunch of money on pretty much trying every kind of make money business opportunity thing there was out there. I'm sure it wasn't everyone, but it was enough to put me in a lot of debt financially, and I didn't have any success. Now, I will 100% say that that was my fault and not the stuff that I was buying. It was my fault, and the problem is that I had no technical skills. I'm completely technically inept when it comes to the internet, really. I can use Word, I can type stuff in Word and send emails, but that is about the extent of it. So if you've been struggling or had any frustration with overwhelm and complication and just feel that there's some too many hurdles that you've come up against, as whether it be technical or anything like that, with having any success online, or maybe you've had a bit of success but you haven't really found something that you can replicate and is rinse and repeat, and you can just repeat over and over again and have success with. Well, this, I promise you, what I'm going to share with you on the training is going to solve those problems for you. So don't worry if you're not technical, that doesn't matter at all. And I basically was trying a lot of these different things. I lost a lot of money, and I had my friends, of course, everyone tells you that, oh, it's impossible, you can't make money online, unless it's Facebook, this kind of stuff. Well, that's just simply not the case. And if you're here, you obviously know that. So I hope that this resonates with you, and this is really, you get as much, find this as a life-changing experience as I have by taking this information and running with it. So really the changing factor for me was when I was about to give up, but I met Ty Cohen. And Ty, you just heard from Ty's in the back answering questions right now. So if you have any questions at all during this presentation, we'll stay on and have a Q&A at the end. So don't worry if you have specifically want to ask me a question about anything. We'll do it at the end. But while we're going, if I say anything or I move too quickly, just fire a question into the chat box to Ty. And Ty has basically come up with this amazing simple three-step formula that you can just rinse and repeat. That you can literally, it's just do the 3 steps, rinse and repeat, and publish books to Amazon Kindle. And as you're going to see, you can become incredibly wealthy and financially free doing this stuff and following this very simple system, and I'm going to give you all 3 steps, and we're going to go into as much detail as we can in the time we have. So it all changed for me when I met Ty. Now, Ty, basically, before Kindle came along, was making no money on Amazon at all. Ty hadn't made any money with Amazon whatsoever. And then once Kindle came along, he was able to very quickly build up his account to $30,000 a month. $30,000 a month, and that's in recurring revenue as well. That's not like per month. That's do the work and it recurs and pays you monthly, even if you go on vacation and do that stuff. This truly is amazing, and I know that may sound too good to be true right now, but give me a second and I'm going to show you exactly how it's done and why this happens as well, and how it can happen for you. So Ty basically managed to get this down to a formula and down to a science, like I said, this 3-step system. But before I go into that, it's very important that everyone actually knows what a Kindle is. Now, that may seem like a really stupid thing to some of you, but I was talking with someone the other day and explaining to them, what I do and how some internet stuff, and they asked if they can make money online, and they didn't even know what a Kindle was. I didn't think that was possible, but if you have had your head in the sand for the last 2 years, then this little device here is a Kindle device, and it is basically a portable ebook reader. So a digital book where you can read, which was developed by Amazon, that allows its users to be able to shop, download, browse, read ebooks, newspapers, magazines, blogs, reports, any type of digital media, pretty much, you can get on here. It's very much like an iPad. So it's Amazon's competing with the Apple iPad. Now, I will say you do not have to have one of these to implement this. I don't own a Kindle, and I don't think Ty does, or maybe he does now, but I don't own a Kindle. All of this is done through, you can just do it on the computer, and then if you want to read stuff on Kindle and download your own stuff, then you can do it through an app. So whatever device you have, it's available on Android or Apple, and that's partly of why this has been so hugely successful. This gentleman here, this is Jeff Bezos. That's the CEO of Amazon. That's the guy whose pockets we have been lining for the last 15 years. I don't know about you guys, but I spend a fortune on Amazon. I'm shopaholic on there. I'll shop till the cows come home. And I'm not the only one, and for 15 years they've done very well. Well, he's a very smart guy, obviously, starting Amazon and what he's done with it. And he saw the revolution of the music industry, you know, and how it changed. And Steve Jobs took it from, you know, well, originally obviously he had vinyls, 8-tracks, and all this stuff, and he went through the time periods all the way up to CDs, and then CDs went online, didn't they? Went digital, and then Steve Jobs came up with the incredible iTunes, which is now part of, you know, most of our lives. So incredible. And Amazon, or Jeff Bezos specifically, saw the same potential for books, hardcover books, and so he created the Amazon Kindle store and the KDP publishing platform, where you can publish through Amazon, publish these digital books through Amazon, and it has been a huge success. To the point I don't think anyone he would have predicted it would have been this good. It was he's gone on record to say that for every 100 physical books that Amazon.com has sold, the company has sold over 200 Kindle books. And you got to think, Amazon's been going 15 years. They've been selling books for 15 years. That was the first thing they ever sold. That was their goal, was to become the largest book distributor online. Kindle's been around now for 3 years, I think. So in 3 years, they have sold double the amount of digital Kindle books than they have in 15 years of selling regular books. And you think how many people buy from Amazon. So hugely, hugely popular. And because of that, it's made a lot of people have been able to take real advantage of this incredible opportunity, like me and Ty and the people that are making way more money than we are. And now obviously I'm going to share this with you, so you will be able to take advantage of this as well. But it's been quite sensational, in fact, how well people have done with this, and it's all over the big news sites. So this isn't just something that's you know, a flash in the pan thing for the online in the internet marketing world. I mean, this is global. I mean, this has gone out on all the news, like CNN here, CNN.com said ownerships of tablet e-readers almost doubles in 1 month. Mashable said that Amazon sells 1 million Kindle products each week, and did an article on the Amazon Kindle. You got the Wall Street Journal that did turning Amazon cash into Kindling, about again how people are making money with how many success stories there have been come from Kindle, and Forbes as well. Wrote an article on a girl called Amanda Hocking who said, "Who wants to be a Kindle millionaire?" So this has been amazing. This is not just in our, you know, the community of online marketing and stuff. This is an opportunity that's recognized by national newspapers and stuff like that. I mean, it's just been incredible. And as I said, some people are doing far better as far as financially goes from it than even Ty or myself. You've got people like this young girl here, Amanda Hocking, and that was the person who Forbes was writing that article about. Amanda Hocking, she was a 26-year-old girl from Minnesota who's now making millions of dollars publishing short stories and Kindle. And basically what happened was she was self-publishing these stories. So it's very, very important that self-publishing these stories, which wouldn't have been possible until before. It was almost, you know, impossible to get a book deal, especially for a 26-year-old with no writing background, no history of success or anything like that, to get picked up by a publishing company. But because of Amazon, she was able to do it. Short stories, about 17 to 20 pages long, not very long, and they were a huge hit on Kindle. She self-published, and then she got picked up, and she has now made millions of dollars from this stuff. Next up, you got Stephen Lever. He's from the fellow Brit from the UK. He sells about 2,000 ebooks a day on Kindle, and if you got to think, if he's selling them for say $2 an ebook, which I'm sure he's selling them for more than that, but if he was just selling them for $2 an ebook, that'd be $4,000 a day. Pretty nice chunk of change. And then most notoriously, you've probably got John Locke, and the reason I say most notoriously is because he was the first person ever to sell or hit the million Kindle eBooks, sell 1 million Kindle eBooks. And but what's really impressive is he did it in less than a year, and he did it with just 9 titles. 9 books. So again, you don't have to have a library of books to make really good money with this. I'm not saying that you're going to go, sell 1 million Kindle eBooks, but you see, he did that with 9 titles. So, it makes what, that $30,000 a month that Ty's doing pretty doable, and you don't have to have a whole library of books to do it. And of course, in addition to folks like that, we've got hundreds of people. There's students like me, Ty, we've got students in our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, mastermind group. We've got everyone doing from, some people making $1,000 a month all the way up to, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. So the possibilities are endless, and that's what I want to show you. I want to show you some of the checks that Ty got when he first got going. Now, this is the ground level. I want to make this very clear. A lot of times, the questions I get and concerns I get is, oh yeah, but haven't I missed the boat with this? Haven't I missed the boat? Not at all. That is not the case at all. I'm going to show you a statistic later about how big this industry is going to get of Kindle eBooks. We've barely scratched the surface of this, so you're watching this training at just the right time. So let's have a quick look at some of the money that Ty was able to make when he first started, just playing around to see if this stuff would work. And this has got some checks here that he got sent from Amazon. Amazon sent him his commission checks. But before I do that, I want to put this disclaimer. I have to put this disclaimer up here. I want to put this up here. I'm obviously not guaranteeing you are going to make this money. I can't possibly guarantee that you'll make any money because I don't know you. I don't know if you're actually going to take any action on what I'm showing you. And the sad truth is most people don't take action. No success can come unless we take action. But I'm going to show you, what we've done and what is possible, and hopefully open your mind up to this amazing opportunity. So with that being said, this is the first check that Ty got. For $2,297. $2,297. Now, that's a pretty nice chunk of change. At least it would have been life-changing for me when 12 months ago, when I was struggling and I was bartending and I was in debt, and just to consistently be able to make $297 on a regular basis, monthly basis, through publishing some books to Kindle would have just been a dream come true. Now I look back, it's amazing what you actually can achieve with that. But this was what started. Now, I'll show you this because I want you to know this was done with 3 titles, 3 ebook titles, okay? So these were in a music niche, I believe. I think that's where it started for Ty. He had some music, he's doing some music stuff in the music business, and put these 3 books out there. And that was the first check. So pretty cool to get that in the mail from Amazon. But like all of us, Ty was busy doing other bits and pieces, trying to be entrepreneurial and fingers in pies and stuff. So he didn't really pay much attention. So he did nothing to the account, just left it with the same 3 books without doing anything. And the following month, check came in for $2,873. So a 25% increase. Pretty cool, considering he didn't do anything. So let me ask you this, guys. What do you think could have resulted in that increase? What do you think caused? What was the catalyst for that increase? If he didn't actually do anything to the account, why do you think? How can you get those sales to increase? What do you think actually caused that? So just throw that in the chat box for me. All right. Mark says reviews. Sharon says social media. Tim says Amazon's popularity. That's not bad. That's pretty close, actually, buddy. Okay, so lots of good answers coming in here. Felix, Felix has got it right. Felix is absolutely spot on. Exactly, buddy. Yeah. Felix said more sales of the Kindle device itself, and more sales of the Kindle device. And that's exactly right. Amazon is working so hard to put this device in as many hands as possible. And like I said, you don't need a Kindle to do this because you can actually download the app on an Apple or an Android device. So pretty much any device you have now, any device out there, mobile device out there, you can have your Kindle books on. And because of this, because they went after it so aggressively and they made it so affordable, the original device, which I think was $89, so it's so affordable, and people just download them. It's the click of a button. So the more hands these devices get into, the more sales that come in. And any time that you can have a business where someone like Amazon is their growth is linked to your success, and you're going to see why, again, that they actually go out of their way to try and make you money. That is something that you want to pay attention to. So this did catch Ty's attention, and so he started to play around and try some different things. Tested a title, changed some titles, changed the book cover to see if that would make a difference in sales, and the results were quite amazing. After he went in and tested some stuff, you can see here the amount in the check doubled, or over. It was 55% increase up to $4,462. Pretty amazing. And at this point, that was it. Ty didn't look back after this. This was the changing point, and it kind of would be for me as well at this point. You know, once you can get something that's working that well, you want to systemize it, and that's what Ty did. And once he got the system in place and was able to add more books to his account, it jumped the following month to $8,403. Which is an 88% increase, and Ty's just never looked back. He got this system in place, this three-step system that I'm going to share with you, in place, and now Ty's account pulls in over $30,000 a month. And he reckons it's taken him nearly 10 years to find something that's this easy to make money with. Now, I haven't been around on the online for 10 years, but I struggled with everything else, with the technical stuff, and you know, actually not being a slave to the actual business itself and having to work 15-hour days, because that's just like having a job, right? We don't want that either. And this has solved all those problems for me, so I have to agree that this probably is the easiest thing I've been able to find to make money online. So hopefully that has got you excited, that's got you pumped up, and at least got you on the edge of your seat paying attention. But now's the time to get your pens ready and really get going, because now we're going to get into how you can make that kind of money, how you can go in and replicate what we're doing. And in the next couple of minutes, that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you the three-step system for making money with this. I'm going to show you which markets sell the best. I'm going to show you how to pick winning titles for your ebooks. I'm going to show you how to publish your ebooks and reports and other content as well. I'm also going to give you the #1 price point that has proven to make the most profit right now. You see, Amazon lets you test different things and try different things, and we're going to talk about that in step number 3 of the system, and things that you can test to increase your sales and give you a really unfair advantage on everyone else that's trying to publish on Amazon's Kindle. But one of the main things is the price point. And I'm going to share with you the one that's working best right now, so that you can literally come off this webinar and go and pretty much publish a book if you want to. That's the goal. I want to get you excited and do that. So just before we continue, give me a big yes in the chat box if this is if you're excited and I'm not boring you to tears here, and this sounds like some good stuff that you want to learn here. So just give me a big yes in the chat box. Glenn says yippee. Kay, yes. Quasi, yes. Carl, yes. Sam, yes. Les is flying in. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of yeses. Sharon, Daniel, Mark, Anthony. Good stuff. Cool. Awesome. Lots of yeses and exclamation marks coming in. So I like it. And thank you guys. I appreciate the you answering questions and stuff as well, because it's always nice. Like, I actually do, you know, I work from home and have freedom to work from home, and I work from my little office here at home and my little laptop as well. So it's nice to really get the interaction, because otherwise I look like a crazy person standing here talking to myself. So thank you. I really appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of fun here today. All right. So let's get right into this. All right. how to find hot topics that make money. All right, this is step 1 of the 3-step system. Research. Write that down. Step 1, research. This is the most important part. If you get this right, the rest pretty much takes care of itself. If you get the research right, you make money. This is the key, all right? So you can literally sell content on pretty much almost any topic, except obviously illegal stuff. You can't do porn or anything like that. That being said, you can do erotica novels, fictional erotica novels, things like 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, it's extremely popular, makes a ton of money. In fact, 50 Shades of Grey originally started as a Kindle ebook. I don't know if you knew that, but there we go. So again, you can have the next 50 Shades of Grey if that's what you want to do. So pretty much anything you want to publish, you can. And you can sell how-to information. You can do stories, guides, reports, manuscripts, biographies, courses, anything really. Now, for the purpose of this, I'm going to talk mostly about how-to information, simply because I believe that anyone can start with that. You know, but you can do fiction. You can do whatever you like. But I believe anyone can. It's so easy. Anyone can start with the how-to stuff. Everyone's got something to share. Everyone's got a passion. Everyone's got hobbies. You've got something you can share and get paid for that information that you have. So, and even if you think you don't, I'll show you how you can very easily find stuff. So that's what we're going to focus on for the for this hour of training that we're going to go through. So let's take a look at a couple of easy ways for you to find scorching hot topics to publish. All right. Again, we want to make sure they're hot before we do anything. We don't want to do any work unless there's a good chance. You know, you can't guarantee you're going to make money, but we can certainly hedge our bets and put everything in our favor to have success with every single book that we publish. Okay. So we're going to use Google's keyword tool, or keyword planner as it's now called. Now some of you may be familiar with this, some of you may not, and that's fine. We're going to go through this. If you are familiar, we'll go through it quite quickly. But if you're not, you just need to go to Google and type in keyword planner. Type in keyword planner into Google, and you'll see here it says Google AdWords keyword planner. Now you probably will have to sign up for an AdWords account if you don't have one. Don't be scared by this. This isn't scary. You don't have to do anything. This tool, this keyword planner, is part of an advertising system that Google has, but we will not be doing any advertising. So don't panic about advertising. You don't have to do any paid advertising or any marketing of that description at all. Okay, so we're simply using the tool, the free tool that they give us for our means. Okay, so click on that. Find the keyword, go into keyword tool, you click on tools and analytics, and search for new keyword and ad groups ideas, okay? Search for new keyword and ad group ideas. So just click that. Simple. You can log in, click tools and analytics, search for new keyword and ad groups, okay? Next up, once you do that, you'll see the keyword planner, and it's going to say enter your product or service. For example, flowers or used cars. So in this little box here, this is where you are going to type something you're interested in. And it can be anything. You know, it could be golf. If you're interested in golf, it can be golf. If you're interested in knitting, it could be knitting. If you are interested in horse riding or equestrian, anything to do with equestrians, you could do that. You could type in horse riding. I mean, scrapbooking. You could do health and fitness, like my wife is into. You could do any of that stuff. So you can type in anything. Just do something, a hobby, a passion, or something you're knowledgeable on, okay? If it's as stupid as, well, I say stupid. This isn't stupid if you play tennis, but I was going to say if it's stupid as how to re-string a tennis racket, okay, or how to re-grip a tennis racket. If that is what you're an expert in, very necessary skill to have if you are a tennis pro of some description, but type that in. Just have some fun with this, okay? Just get in there and have some fun with it. You're going to see how this works in a second, and you'll suddenly, as soon as you start doing this, the creative juices will flow, and you will have an endless torrent of ideas come to you, I promise you. All right, so once we do that, we hit search. So for this example, I used dreams interpretation, so that's what I typed in, dreams interpretation, and hit get ideas. So the ad group is meaning of dreams. All that means is that I typed in dream interpretations, and Google is going to give me results based on everything in and around, all the phrases and terms around meaning of dreams. Okay? Meaning of dreams, dreams interpretation, any synonyms or synapses like that is what it's going to give us. So you can see here, meaning of dreams, dream meaning, dreams meaning, dream meanings, meanings of dreams, dreams and their meanings. So all of these things are terms that people are searching Google for. That means they're actually typing into Google. Google keeps that information. They track all that information, the exact search terms that are being done for everything. So you can imagine the amount of topics and stuff that you can search through. So no matter what your hobby or passion is, you can find it on there. And Google will tell you how many people are also searching for that information. So we can see here, meaning of dreams, 18,000 people on average every month are typing that into the Google search engine. 18,000 people every month typing in meaning of dreams into the Google search engine. That's quite a lot of people. And you've got to think, again, that's every month. That's not one time. That is the average monthly search volume that's done for that keyword or phrase. So instantly, and then if we come down here to the next one, dream meaning, so it's the same thing, just said slightly differently, 2,900. Dreams meaning, just putting an S on the end of the dreams, another 2,400 people. So if we add all these up, there's over 20,000 people every month searching for the topic of dreams and what do they mean, an interpretation of dreams. So we can see already, before we've done anything in the last 2 minutes, it took us 5 minutes, we've already found a topic that we know people are interested in. All right? So if you've created a book on that and you put it in front of 20,000 people every month looking for it, there's a pretty good chance you're going to make some sales. And there is a very good chance that you're going to make a lot of sales when you follow the tips that are about to come your way. So that's how we search for topics. Now, does that make sense to everyone? Does everyone understand what we're doing here and how we're picking the what we're looking for in the market here? Oh, Carl says hypnotist. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. That's a fantastic niche to be in. Lots of searches for that, I am sure. Yes, lots of yeses. Everyone seems to be getting this. This is good. Awesome. This is great stuff, says Tim. Cool. Excellent. I'd just like to make sure that we're not skipping over. If someone doesn't understand anything, like I said, it's a training session, so we've got to make sure everyone gets it. All right. Next up, we have finding great titles. So not only have we found that this is a good topic to potentially create an ebook on, or write an ebook on, but we can get good titles from here as well. We can see here, meaning of my dreams. Okay, that would actually make a pretty good title of a book, let alone just the topic itself. But we can actually pick titles out of here. So now, again, in the last 5 minutes, not only have we been able to find something really popular to create a book on that people are actively searching for every day, but we can actually get a title that we know 18,000 people are typing into Google every month for the title of our book, or at least the working title. We're going to tweak it slightly coming up here in a minute, but the working title of our book, people have typed 18,000 people typing in there. Again, if you were charging $7 for that book and there's 18,000 people now searching for suddenly there's 18,000 people searching for the title of your book, are you going to make a few sales? Absolutely. Can you make quite a bit of money at $7 a book? Absolutely, for sure. So this is how simple it is, guys. I mean, this is why research is so important, because this is where it gets exciting. You already know. Now, I want to give you a really good tip, so please write this down. This is really important to get started with. Now, I said before, you can test everything, and you should try your own testing and do different testing. Admittedly, I think you should do that. However, I want to give you the fastest route to success possible. And when you're doing this, when you're picking a title, you will see all sorts of different search volumes here. Okay, depending on your topic. Like Carl just said about hypnosis. You know, you're going to get. I'm sure there'll be probably a lot more searches than there is for the meaning of dreams. But when you're picking your title, you want a minimum. There is a minimum search volume and a maximum search volume. The minimum is 10,000. So if you do a search and all you get is 500 here, 400 there, 300 there, and 200 there, and it's just, low searches like this, if it doesn't add up to 10,000, it's too small. It's too niche and too specific. Now, again, if it's a pet project and you want to do that later, no problem. But I'm trying to get you, I want to get you making money as quickly as possible. So, because that's the key. Once you make a bit of money, momentum will take over, and that's it. After that, anything's possible. So, under 10,000, a bit too small. But what people don't realize is there is a maximum and as well. And we've tested this, and we found that you can make the most money if you pick a title that is under 100,000 searches monthly, average monthly searches. So this number here, under 100,000. Reason why is because, as you'll see in a minute, I'm going to give you an example in a minute, but the search isn't specific enough. If you can, the more specific the search and the topic, and this will make a lot of sense here in a second, is the more likely someone is to buy your book. And like I said, it'll make perfect sense in a second, but just write that down. Maximum of 100,000 global monthly searches. All right, so everyone got that? Yeah, lots of yeses coming in. Good stuff. Okay, cool. So, quick question that I get asked a lot, and I want to answer, is I don't get it. Why are we if we're selling these books on Amazon, why do we care what Google? What's Google got to do with any of this? Why are we searching on Google and not Amazon? Well, here's the reason why. Basically, the higher you can rank in Google for a search term, when people are searching Google, the more money you'll make. Hands down, guaranteed. So, the key and the great thing about this is Google loves Amazon. Google loves Amazon. The reason why is Google likes trustworthy sites. Google likes sites that are trusted and aren't just like thrown up 2 days ago. They want sites that have been there. And Amazon, of course, has been around for 15 years. It's trusted. It's so trusted, in fact, that Amazon has 300 million credit cards on file. 300 million credit cards on file. That's how much we trust Amazon. We're willing to give them our credit cards. And Google knows this. So what happens is Google favors anything that Amazon does. So if Amazon puts out, if there's a book on a certain topic in Amazon and someone searches for that topic, even though there's thousands of websites on that topic, Google will automatically favor the results that are in Amazon. And let me show you 2 examples of what I'm talking about. Okay, here is an example of a book, How to Market and Sell Your eBook. Okay, How to Market and Sell Your eBook. This is a real book. You can look this up in there. And you can also go and do this now if you want to. Type in How to Market and Sell Your eBook. And bam, you can see it right here. Number 2 in the search results. Now, these 2 results at the top here are paid for. And like I said to you before, we don't have to pay for anything. Everything I'm showing you on this webinar, you don't actually have to come out of pocket with a tool. You don't even need hosting. You don't need a website. Nothing. No hosting. You don't even need a domain name. Okay, so nothing out of pocket at all. So we don't need to worry about advertising here. And boom, there it is, number 2 in the search results. And not only that, that's out of 5 million results. So like I said, there's 5 million results that Google has found on the topic of marketing and selling ebooks. But because it's Amazon, they're up here. And Google's favoring the results here. But it's not just that, though, is it? It's not just being number 2. So, again, remember, if we had 20,000 people searching for our book and we pop up here, we already know that they're searching for the title of our book because that's the research we just did, right? We just got the title that had 18,000 people. Well, now you see why it's important because we can pop up here right at the top. But it's not just that. What else about this listing here? What else about that stands out? I really want to get some feedback from you guys because this is really important. If you get this, hopefully this will really light a fire under your ass and you'll want to get cracking with this because the possibilities are endless. And think about this. This is just one book. Think if you have 5 of these books, right? So give me some feedback here and think. What else stands out about that listing? All right, we've got 5 stars. Reviews, says Chase. The stars, says Matt. Again, price says Chase. Tim says the review. Yeah, reviews, absolutely. Yeah, reviews are coming in. Stars. Yeah, I mean, you guys are getting it. And then Sharon says the price point's low. Exactly, Sharon. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a determining factor. And waiting for one more person to get the last answer here. These are all right, by the way. I'm just waiting. There's one more thing. What's the other thing? Everyone's putting in stars. Everyone's saying about the price point, and these are all correct. But there's one other thing as well. Quasi says from Amazon. Exactly. It's Amazon's name next to our book. It's not tomyandula.com, how to market and sell your ebook, and taking you to a squeeze page or anything like that. It is Amazon.com and the name of your book. That is so, it's trusted. You know, Amazon's such a trusted, again, like I said, in Google, with us as buyers and shoppers, we trust Amazon. So, again, when people are typing in your title, they're going to be typing in your title to your book, and that's going to be popping up there. It's going to say Amazon's name next to it. You're going to have reviews there. You're going to have a price point, $4.99. They can see it's not $100 or anything crazy like that. It's not some big expensive course. It's $4.99. Plus, there's a little blurb here as well. Again, with all this going for you, again, and you know there's 18,000. If that was our interpretation of dreams, we know there's 18,000 every month people searching for our book. At $4.99. We are going to make a pretty penny off that book. And this happens all the time. This is so easy to do. How to earn passive income in a lousy economy. How to earn passive income in a lousy economy. Boom. Top 3 results out of 1.5 million. Now, again, these aren't searches. These are just the results that Google's come up with. But we are right at the top. So if you do your research correctly, and boom, there you go. You appear in front of those customers, and you'll stay there. So again, $7.99 this chap's charging for this book. Again, you had, imagine if you, now that example we looked at, we had 18,000. But what if you had 40,000? You find a book that's got 40,000 global monthly searches or 90,000 global monthly searches, and it's targeted and specific like we want it. I mean, that book is going to make you a lot of money. Hands down. Okay, so hopefully that's excited. Is that good stuff? Everyone pumped up about that? I mean, I was blown away when I first saw that. Yeah, everyone's like, wow, this is just pennies just dropped, says Mark. Fantastic, COVID. Yeah, exactly, man. It is. It's mind blowing. I mean, it just makes so much sense. I mean, you can't argue with it. It's right there. All the numbers are there working for you. So now you guys have seen that. You understand the importance and why we do it through Google. So the Google Keyword Planner tool, you find hot topics and cherry pick titles. Justin or Titus, do you want to jump in there?
No, sorry, I was just coughing.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you wanted to jump in. All right, cool. So that's how we find the hot topics and titles, and we cherry pick titles, but we can improve those titles. So I said it was a working title. Well, one of the ways to improve those titles are add what we call title enhancers, and these are things that this has been going on in writing and newspapers for a long time. You know, the headline is so important to catch the reader's eye. That's why, or copywriting, you know, people talk about copywriting and how they catch people with the headlines. Well, the same thing happens with your title. If you can, there are certain psychological triggers that we can add using words to our titles that will dramatically increase sales. In fact, these have literally doubled and tripled our sales that we've added to ours. Ty's put together a whole list of them that he's tested. And I want to give you some of those now. So again, get a pen ready because we can add these to the titles once we've done the research. So again, once we've done that research in the Keyword Planner tool, then we come and improve the title so that we can double and triple the sales and crush our competition. So here they are. Write these down on the left-hand side, please, guys. And I'll talk you through them. Now, why these work? So something, for example, let's look at the first one here. How to stain your deck like a professional versus learn to stain your deck. Now, learn to stain your deck is an okay title. You know, it works. People were probably searching for that kind of thing. You know, that works. But when we add a title enhancer, which is how to stay in your deck like a professional, you can literally, just by adding those two simple words, you can double and triple your sales. The word how to is one of the most powerful phrases you can add to a headline or a title in anything you do if you want to get a reaction or someone to read what you're doing or get attention. The reason why is because you're answering the question that the prospects are already asking themselves in their head. So subconsciously, you're speaking to their subconscious, the how to stay in your deck like a professional. How do I do something? Boom, how to answers that question. Quickest ways to. 21 quickest ways to make money online versus the guide to making money online. Now, again, so similar, but 21 quickest ways to make money online will crush the guide to making money online. 21 quickest ways. Again, it's immediate gratification, but it's also, we want things fast. We want to get there quickly, shortest time possible, want immediate gratification. So quickest ways to is really good. But it's even more powerful when you add the number in front of it. For some, we've added the number down here at the bottom as well. You can see with the tips to. So 21 tips to being a better husband. That's again, great one. Adding numbers at the front of front of your titles is really, really good. It can increase sales dramatically. Specifically odd numbers. Now, don't ask me why, but I found that odd numbers like 7, 11, 21, those numbers tend to convert even higher. Not by a huge amount, but they will work higher. So again, try and stick to odd numbers as well. There's a real ninja tip for you there. Then you got things like fastest way to, easy ways to. Now, it doesn't always have to go at the beginning either. If you look here, cheapest ways to. So the ultimate guide to moving across country and the cheapest way to do it. I mean, guys, it doesn't get any easier than that. We already know people are searching for our books because we've done our research. We've already got a title. So now we're just adding these little title enhancers. And we're going to be able to crush it completely because these are proven to work. These have doubled and tripled sales. So again, you can add it to the end. You could add it to the middle. World's best kept secret. The world's best kept tips to losing weight. Again, put it in the middle there. These are trigger. These little words are triggers. These phrases are triggers. These will work hands down. All right, does everyone have that down? I don't want to move on until everyone's had a chance to write those down. Yes, everyone's got them. Good. Yes, lots of yeses coming in. Cool. Awesome stuff. All right, so final little test here. So this is the test to see if we've been paying attention for the last 10 minutes. How to garden. If we go back to the keyword planner tool, we've got how to garden up here. So if we type in how to garden, and we hit the search, we get the groups back. One of the ad groups I found when I typed in how to garden. Now, how to garden, by the way, gets like 45 million searches, so it's way too broad. 45 million searches on how to garden. That's it's too broad to go after. But one of the ad groups it gave us was garden beds. Okay, that's more specific. That's pretty interesting. And from what I've told you, so with the information I've given you so far about picking titles, which one of those results that Google gave us, and again, remember, Google's given us these results. We haven't had to type these in. Which one of these results would we go for? Which one of these would we want to, would we pick as our title here? Based on what I've told you so far, let's see who's been paying attention, or whether I'm actually a good teacher or not. All right, Felix, how to build a raised garden bed? Absolutely right. Yep. We've got raised garden bed, raised garden bed, raised garden bed. Yep, absolutely. Raised garden bed. Lots of raised garden beds. A couple of elevateds coming in. A couple of people said elevated. Now, for those of you that have said elevated, which would be elevated garden beds, that's not bad. That's not bad. But remember, what did I say? The minimum search volume. 10,000, minimum 10. Now this is close enough that you could get away with this. If you really wanted to, you could do this one, but I wouldn't. How to build a raised garden bed. This is the one you'd want to go for. All right, 12,000. It's over 10, and it's already got a title enhancer in there. Okay, how to build a raised garden bed. This is gold. Right here. This is absolute gold right here. And the reason why is so specific. I mean, think about it. even if you wanted to build, how to build a garden bed, right? Well, how many different types of garden are there? I mean, there's rock gardens, there's water gardens, there's sand gardens, there's Japanese gardens. I mean, there's so many different types of garden. It's very broad. But when you can find something that someone's actually typing this in, how to build a raised garden bed, oh my God, that's so specific. And we know there's 12,000 people every month typing that in. If our ebook pops up and that's the title, with Amazon's name next to it, with the reviews, with a price point underneath, I guarantee you, you are going to be making some money from that ebook at $7, $4, $4.99, whatever it is. And of course, I'll give you my price point here coming up in a bit. You are definitely making money with that. I mean, that is gold. If you can find anything like this, which is specific, is within our number range, then you know 90% of the battle is already done. All right, so that's good. Everyone seems to be getting this. This is awesome. So let's move on to number 2. I mean, that's it, guys. That's it. We're done with research now. That was step 1. So remember, this is a 3-step formula. 3-step formula. This is all you do. You rinse and repeat this. So that's step number 1. Okay, research. So now we found it. So from now on, I'm going to use that raised garden bed as an example because it's really, really good. So now we've got, so after we've got how to build a raised garden bed, what's next? Well, now we've got to actually work out, well, how the hell are we going to write this book? Because even if you're a writer, which I'm not, by the way, you do not have to be a writer to do this at all. In fact, I barely write anything at all. I'm dyslexic, and my spelling is, I left school when I was 16, I'm dyslexic, so I never really actually really made an effort to learn to spell, so it's still horrendous now, to the point where I can even, spell check gets confused by what I'm writing. I get a line and it says, no clue as to what you tried to spell there. So even Bill Gates couldn't work out what I was trying to spell. But anyway, that is beside the point. The point is that you don't have to be a writer to do this. But even if you were a writer, maybe you're like, I can write, but I don't know anything about raised garden beds. Well, you could go and do the research yourself. Or you can do the one option that I like to get it created. Now, there are 2 ways you can get your content created for you, but the way I like the most is number 1, and that is to get someone else to write it for you. Get someone else to write it for you. Now, I use this option a lot. I mean, this is the one I go for every time. In fact, I don't just get people to write the books. I outsource everything, submitting them into the store, everything. So this whole business is completely outsourceable. But for now, let's just talk about outsourcing the writing, because that's usually a hang-up that people have. But you don't have to write a word. You don't have to write a single line or type a single line. You don't have to put pen to paper at any point, so to speak. But you can get them done. You can get books done for as little as $50. Like, for example, especially a little how-to book, right? So how to build a raised garden bed. That's pretty simple instructions. That's not going to be a novel. That's not going to be a 200-page epic. That's going to be a pretty simple, straightforward job to explain how to build a raised garden bed. But people want it. And as long as you do that, they will be happy to pay you $4 or $5 for that. No problem. So you could easily pay someone $50 to go and write that book for you. You don't even have to, you don't even have to, and you could negotiate and try and get it lower. You could do a deal if you say you want to get 2 or 3 books done and get them even cheaper, maybe $25 a book, or however you want to negotiate it. I'll pay anywhere up to, I paid $50 up to about $120 to have a book, depending on how long the book is. But the great thing is that you own 100% of the rights to the book. You're not sharing the rights with anybody. You own 100% of the rights to the book. So you can sell it, you can resell it, you can put your name on it, you can put a pen name on it. It doesn't matter. It's yours to do with as you wish once the writing's done. And here's the thing. So for me, once you've done, as long as you do, this is where the research is so important. Because if you do the research and you follow the guidelines I gave you, you add the title enhancers, you get the good titles, you pick something that's above 10,000 monthly searches, below 100,000, right? You're going to get sales coming in. So let's say you just make $50 from your book. If you charge $5 for your book, that's just 10 sales, right? 10 sales, and you've hit that $50 mark that you paid someone to create it for you. Well, there's 18, let's say the raised garden bed, for example, there was 12,000 people in a month searching for that. Do you think we could sell them 10 books? Yeah, of course we could. You know, they're looking for the title of our book. We've got Amazon's name next to it. We've got reviews. We've got all this cool stuff. We just need to sell 10 to break even on the first month. And then every month after that is profit. Okay, every single month after that is profit. And of course, if you find a good niche, you can sell way more than that of a book. So it makes sense to me. I just don't know, you know, even if I was a particularly good writer, I would still have other people do it, unless it's your passion. You know, if you're truly passionate about writing, then do it yourself. And as you can see down there, that's not my favorite, but it's easy to do. You can just do it in a Word document. Just write the thing yourself. Do the research and write it yourself. No problem. There's nothing fancy that needs to be done with it at all. You can just write it in a Word document. Now, if you want to get someone else to do it, the site I use to hire writers from is odesk.com. odesk.com. You can also use Elance. I use Odesk, but I wanted to give you two options up there as well. I just prefer Odesk. No real reason why. That's my go-to choice. I like the interface. I like the results I get from it. So Odesk is my first choice. And it's a job site. It's people that'll do jobs. So you can find graphic designers on there. You can find web designers. You can find writers, freelancers basically. And you just post a job saying, hey, and it's free to sign up, guys. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. And you can just go and post a job in there for free saying, hey, I need someone to write me a book on how to build a raised garden bed. I'm willing to pay you $50 to do it. And I guarantee you, if you went and did that after this webinar, you would have, within an hour, you would have people saying that they'll write it for you. Within an hour. That's how quickly this thing can go. All right. And usually if it's relatively short instructional book like that, they'll get it done in a couple of days as well. I usually give people a week, but that's, you know, they'll usually get it done quicker than that, depending on the length as well. So, does that make sense to everyone? Everyone see how simple and easy that is to get it done? And we don't want to overthink this. You really don't want to overthink this because, again, if you've done your research, you know there's people searching. So even if you were to break even the first month on the book, the following months is all profit. And that's just one book. Then you have 2, you have 3 or 4 of these. And that's when the magic really starts to happen. So that is creating the content. Everyone got that? Everyone got those sites written down? Pull up the chat box here so I can see. I see a couple of questions coming in about that, about Chase, I see your question here about the accuracy of the writing. Because I want to be respectful of everyone's time, I'll answer all these questions in the Q&A at the end, because otherwise I'll get distracted and I'll go off on a tangent and we'll be here all night. So I want to get through the training and all the material, because like I said, we've got a lot to get through. But everyone's saying yes, everyone gets it, it's awesome. Chase and Carl and that, I see your questions, so we will absolutely have a Q&A at the end. I'm going to answer all of those. I'll stay on for as long as you want me to at the end. I have no problem. I'm an open book, guys, so we'll answer all questions at the end. But as far as the actual writing is concerned, that's how easy it is to get it created. And again, see, this isn't a problem as long as you've done the research correctly. Now, if you're going in blind, then you wouldn't want to just have someone create a book for you if you don't know there's any demand. But as long as you follow the research steps I gave you, you know, you already know there's people that want to buy it. All right, so we're in the final stage here, and this literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and that is the publishing part of the 3-step system. Now we have to publish it. We've done the research. We've gone to Odesk. We've posted a job. We've had someone write the book for us. Now we just need to publish it. And if I'm honest, if 100% honest, you can actually hire someone for a few bucks on Odesk to do this for you as well. But let's just say you don't want to do that and you want to do it yourself. It literally takes 5 or 10 minutes to create your account. Now, you will have to go in and create your account the first time. After you've done the first one, you can outsource this process as well, which is what I do. But you create your Kindle publishing account. and we're going to show you how to add books. It's dead easy, and there are a couple of things that you want to do in there which are going to really help your sales, skyrocket your sales as well. Some sneaky ninja stuff you can do when you actually upload your books. So let's jump in and let's get into this. Before we go any further, Justin, anything you wanted to add at all while we're going here, mate?
I don't really have anything valuable to add, so that's why I've been quiet the whole time. I'll just let you guys rock and roll with it.
All right, good stuff. Well, that's it. We're going rocking and rolling with it. Cool. All right. Excellent stuff. Right. So publishing. So it literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and this is how easy it is, guys. It really is. So the site that you need is kdp.amazon.com. This site right here, kdp.amazon.com. And you can use your existing Kindle account. So if you already have one that you buy from, you can just use that. Now, or you can open a new one. Now, the question that often comes up a lot is, do we need multiple accounts for different books? The answer is no, you do not. You only want to have one account. That is important. Now, you can have a personal account and a business account if you want to do it under a business name. That's up to you. But you want to have one account. So don't have multiple accounts with multiple books in. The thing is that you don't have to, Amazon allows you to use pen names. So let's say you've created a book on gardening and then you want to create one on knitting, and it would look funny if the author is the same for all these random topics, right? You're not really an expert, I think, it's random topics. So you can change the name as the author. You can select the author name and put whatever you like in there. So you only need one account. Your anonymity is safe, and don't think that there's anything shady about that or anything deceitful or misleading. There's really not. In fact, you'd be surprised at how many of your favorite authors and writers are not actually, they're not called what you think they're called. They use pen names, and of course it's to protect their privacy and their anonymity, so that they can actually live normal lives outside of their being authors or whatever. And so there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly normal in the world of literature to use pen names. So if you want to do that, you can. So again, one account, kdp.amazon.com. You just go in, fill out your information just like you would anything else. They'll want to know your your basic information, how you want to get paid. You're going to tell them, I want to get paid to my bank account, I want to get a check, whatever you want to do. That's that part of setting the site up. So it's dead easy. Then once you've gone through that and you've set the site up, set your account up, sorry, you will then see a little tab that says bookshelf. You'll see it's a bookshelf, okay? And that's where your titles are going to display, and they'll give you the data about how many sales you've made. But when you log in for the first time, you're not going to see anything. So it's all you're going to see is bookshelf, empty bookshelf, and a little tab that says add new title. Add new title. You're just going to click that, and it's going to walk you through the process step by step. It's so incredibly simple. It's just like filling out an order form on Amazon. If you're filling out an order form or you're signing up for a site or signing up for a service, that's how easy it is. They give you the boxes to fill in, basically. So, for example, step number 1, I think there's 7 steps. That's it. That's why it takes 10 minutes to upload a book. There's 7 steps. Number 1 is the title. So there's a little space where you type the title of your book in. All right? Very easy. Everyone can do it. Then they're going to ask for your description of your book. And this is where I want to talk. Now, we talked a bit about titles already. Okay, we've talked about the titles and the importance of a good title and how we use title enhancers, but we can go one step further. Description is the second most important thing. So we have our title and our descriptions, and then there is one last thing, which is the cover. So title, description, e-cover. You get the book cover itself. You get those right, you're golden with the research as well. I mean, you'll be unstoppable. So killer description. Write a killer description where now they let you type 4,000 characters. They will let you use 4,000 characters in the description. Use as many as you can. You don't have to use them up, but use as many as you can. This is your chance to sell your book. You know, if you're doing a how-to book, sell them on the reason, the benefits of reading your book. All right? So let's say it's a how-to book. So how to stop your newborn baby crying. 5 easy steps in the next 4 minutes. How to stop your newborn baby crying in the next 4 minutes, right? That would be the title of the book. Well, in the description, the benefit that you would talk about are the benefits of being able to sleep again, not being exhausted during the day where your child is crying. That's the benefit of what they're going to get from your book. So really go in, talk about the benefits, what they are. If you're doing fiction, let's talk about fiction books for a second. We haven't talked about those, so let's talk about fiction for a second. Let's say you're doing a fiction book or a children's book. My wife and I are doing some children's picture books and stuff. We're going to do those. And so what are we going to write about the description there? Well, character development. You can talk about the background stories of the characters, so you can use it. There's almost like an epilogue to the start of the book, to where the book starts. You can give a little character background information, how the characters developed and where they came from and that kind of stuff. I mean, just use your imagination. If you're doing fiction, that'll be very easy for you to do. If you're doing how-to, just tell them about the benefits and why this is the book they should buy. You know, it's your sales page, it's your pitch to get them to buy. You've already got their attention with the title. Sell them on the description. All right. Next up, once you've entered your description, they will ask you to upload your cover. Now, the cover is very easy. It's just a JPEG file, which is a very standard file, just like a digital camera is a JPEG. So, and all you do is you upload it, just like you would attach a picture to an email or upload a picture to Facebook. Exactly the same thing. You just upload the cover, and you can get the covers done on Odesk as well. Again, covers you can be done on Odesk. Now, here's a really good tip. You want to get more than one cover done. Get more than one cover, and you don't have to pay more. You don't have to pay for 5 or 6 covers. You can just ask for different samples of a cover until you're happy, right? But really maybe happy with even if you're happy with the first one that the person who's doing the cover for you does, ask him to do some different samples and different versions of the cover, because this is ninja, guys. You can test your covers, and believe me when I say you can make a lot of money if you do. Test your covers, because it's never the one you think. Whatever say you get 3 covers back, or 3 samples of the same cover, maybe using a different background on one, different image on it, or add some different colors and stuff. Well, there'll be one which you like the most. And I can't tell you how many times it's happened where I'll get one back and I love the cover. I think it's beautiful, it's amazing, and I'll have one where I'm like, oh, that looks a bit tacky, or that's not very good. But I'll still test it. So every 2 weeks, I'll change the cover out on Amazon, because Amazon lets you do it. So even if, you know, you could upload a book without a cover on it. In fact, we did a test on that, and it's still sold without a cover. So definitely want to test. Take action on this. But you can test your different covers, and it's never the one that I think is the prettiest or the nicest one, the glossiest one. It's usually the one I think is a bit tacky that wins. But there we go. I wouldn't know that, and you make a lot of money. I can't tell you how much money that's added to my bank account just by testing book covers, like literally doubling sales sometimes. It's amazing. It's like mind-blowing. So that's the eye-catching cover. All right, remember, title, description, cover. Then we have formatting. So then we basically, when you upload the file, it'll ask you to upload your file. You just upload the Word document. Again, just a Word document is fine. Amazon will convert it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So you write it out, or if you're outsourced to give you the Word document file, you just go and upload it with a click of a button. Done deal. And that's it. Then, finally, the last step, they will ask you to pick your price, choose your price. And I promised you I would give you one of my best-selling prices right now, because we've tested them. And right now, $5.97 is converting very well. A very common mistake that people are making is charging too little for their books. That is probably I would say probably the single most easy mistake to make, is charging too little for your book, because they see everyone else charging, a lot of people charging $2.99, and they assume that people won't buy at $5.97. Well, I can tell you right now that is not the case. If you've done your research, because people naturally assume if it's more expensive, it is better. There is also some other benefits to it, like the lending library. So you can actually have Amazon lend your book out to its customers for free, but Amazon will pay you to do it. So even though they're lending it out for free as a benefit to being an Amazon customer, they'll actually pay you for doing it. And of course, if you were going to borrow a book from a bookstore and you get it for free, our natural greediness as human beings, we think, oh, I'm going to get, if it's free, I want to make the most of my free purchase, so I'm going to go for the one that's $5.97, okay? So what happens is you will make so much more money from the lending library in Amazon than you will by charging higher prices. And I don't have time to go into the lending library, but I just wanted to give you an example. Ty covers all that in his training and his course and stuff, but that is one of the reasons why the higher price point is a lot better. There's a lot of other psychological reasons as well. That's the one there, okay? And that's it, guys. That's all there is to publishing. You do that, set the price point, hit publish, and you are good to go. You just sit back, and that's it. If you just want to do one book, that's all there is to it. And you just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Now, the best part about this is that Amazon wants you to make as much money as possible. Amazon wants you to make as much money as possible. It's actually crazy because if you see up to this point, it's been free, right? Amazon hasn't made any money up to this point. The only way Amazon makes money is if we make money. That's the only way. They take 30% of our sales. So if you're charging $5.97, Amazon's going to take 30% of that, and you keep 70. So unless Amazon, unless we sell books through Amazon, they're not going to make any money. So they want us to sell books. Therefore, they're going to promote our books internally to people that have bought similar books. That's why, like, most of the books I buy on Amazon is because I've read a book and they recommend another book to me. Hey, you read this? You'll probably like this. Well, or who do you think's making the most of those sales when I buy it? The person who created the ebook. Now that's going to be you, because Amazon's out actively promoting our books for us as well. So it's not just the search volume. Yes, that search volume from Google is important, but it's also the promotions that Amazon's going to do within and giving your book exposure, because people have bought books on the same topic, again, that creates sales. And you just sit back and watch the money come in. Of course, if you want to make more money, you just put another book up there. That's really as simple as it is. That's all we do is rinse and repeat this simple process. And it's been able to, generate millions of dollars for Ty and a lot of money for me as well. So it's quite incredible. Now, this is what I wanted to show you, this statistic. Again, is this the ground floor? Is this, have we missed the boat? That's one of the things. Well, according to Forrester's research, $3 billion worth of ebooks was sold last year. In just a few short years, that number is expected to jump to 10 billion. 3 billion was sold last year, 10 billion in the next few years. So think about all these people that are making money with this. You got people like me, Ty, you got our group, we got over 500 people in our program that are going through this, all making anywhere from $1,000 up to $50,000 a month. You've then got people like John Locke, who have made millions of dollars with this, multiple millions, Amanda Hocking. And all of that has come from just a small little $3 billion worth of ebooks. Imagine the possibilities when this thing gets to 10 billion in the next couple of years. So you are watching and taking notes and going through this process at just the right time. So you definitely want to go and take action on all this stuff. Really, really good. So you're getting in on the ground floor, guys. So please don't miss that. Now, here's a picture of a screenshot of the monthly statements for Time. Like I said, it gets paid into your bank account as well. Now, and this comes in like clockwork, guys. $30,000 a month, like clockwork, pretty much. These that you see different payments are coming in because of the different countries. So you'll have things like the German sales. I believe these were German sales for this $500 in Germany. Now, if you want to translate your books, that's more income. You can translate your books. Again, you can go to Odesk, have someone translate it for you. But even if you don't, you'll still see sales coming in from places like Germany. I think the 5,500 was from the UK, and then the 23,386 was from US sales. And guys, just think, this happens every month like clockwork without lifting a finger, because once that book's in there, you've done your research, those people are searching every month, and your income just grows. And the more people that have these devices, the more people who we're around, this income grows every single month. So as you've seen, just having a few half-decent selling titles could literally change your life. I mean, imagine, we've just talked about one title, right? We were talking about the How to Build a Raised Garden Bed with 12,000 searches. Well, think if you had 10 of those, or 11, or even 20 of those titles out there and books up there. You think if you've got 1 million people searching for your books every month, and they're popping up there with the title and answers, with the names, with the reviews, and all that good stuff, you're going to make a lot of money. There's no doubt about it. You'll make a lot of money. So, as I've shown you, John Locke, with just 9 titles, was able to sell 1 million copies in under a year. So, just think of what would you do with that kind of extra income. In fact, let me know here. I always find this fascinating. I love to travel. That's one of the things I love to do. I know Ty likes to travel. Ty's a big traveler. What would you guys, what would you do if, even if it was an extra $10,000 a month? What would that be able to allow you to do in your life? Is it, travel more? Would you, be more involved in charities? What kind of stuff would you guys do? Gar says retire. Lots of people saying traveling. Lots of traveling. Yeah, see, traveling's great, guys. In fact, I love the traveling part. In fact, one of the students in here, that's one of the biggest things for me is traveling. The freedom to travel, because that's the beauty of this. If I close this computer, or I'm here now, I'm talking with you and sharing these stuff with you, but I can log into my account and I know that I have sales coming in right now while I'm on here doing this with you. The same thing, I could close this and go travel and my sales are going to keep coming in because we've done the research. So, but if you wanted to travel, one of our students took this up and he wanted to go traveling. So every place that he went, he wrote basically a biography of the place he was, like a travel journal of where he was at. Good places to eat, what he ate, places not to go, good tourist sites, that kind of stuff, everywhere he went. And he would go stay for a month. He was doing a whole, I think it was over 18 months around the world, I think. And halfway around the trip, he had already paid for the whole trip with the sales of the sales he'd made on Kindle just by publishing these books about the locations he was at and the tourist guide to whatever it was. He had a clever name for it, but yeah, and there was a series of them. And he's made a bunch, and by the time, before he got home, the whole thing was paid for, and now that money is just going to keep coming in month after month, even years after he comes home from that vacation. So a pretty cool story, that, I thought. So the possibilities are endless, guys, when you've got this type of income. They really do allow you to live life on your terms instead of on someone else's terms, and be your own boss. I mean, it's really important. So the beautiful thing about Amazon is that, as you've seen, the amount grows month after month with very little additional work on your part. The work that Ty did to get those checks to come in was done one time. Yet he continues to get paid month after month after month, right? We saw that screenshot, $30,000 a month. Now, if you want to make more money, let's say you have a goal of you just want to make $5,000 a month. Well, you can build your account up to there and then stop, and it will keep coming in. That's the beauty of this. But if you want to make more money, you suddenly think, well, I want a new car, or this or on that, vacation. Then you just take a few minutes and simply add some more titles to your account. You go through the steps again. Step 1, let's find some good titles. Find some good topics. Research the topics. Create the book. Boom, you're done. A couple of months, you're seeing that income will substantially increase. So it's as easy as that, guys. You've seen how easy that is. Now, I do want to say, I'm saying this is easy. Again, I want to stress that there is no such thing as a push-button, get-rich-quick system. You do have to do the steps. You've got to do the research. You've got to create the content, and you've got to publish the books. If you don't do any of those things, you will make no money at all. But if you do that, this is the closest thing I have found to just easy, push button and making money, because like I said, the whole thing can be outsourced and automated like I do. So I don't actually do any work with this. I'm lucky enough now. Ty and I have got a couple of different businesses now, so we're able to fund our different businesses while other people are running this publishing business for us, which is just incredible. It's just an amazing, very fortunate way to live life. And you guys can do it too, giving you all the tools here. Anyone can join, guys. You don't have to. Anyone can join the KDP program, right? The Amazon's Kindle publishing site. This is not their associates program. So no matter what state, country you live in, you can still make those massive 70% royalties on every sale you make. So pretty cool. Also, some other really cool benefits that we haven't talked about here is that you don't have to drive traffic. I mean, Amazon's got, like I said, over 300 million credit cards on file. Those are buyers. So the biggest buyers list in the world, and we have access to it. So we don't have to worry about traffic. There's no order taking. There's no customer service issues. There's no shipping. There's no merchant accounts. There's no PayPal issues because Amazon handles all of this stuff for us, and all we have to do is pay them 30% when we make a sale. We don't have to pay them at all until we make a sale. PayPal issues, you know, I used to have such, I struggled so badly. I remember trying to get a PayPal button on my website. I had my website, and then trying to get the PayPal button to work on my site was just, oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you the frustration. I sort of laugh back now because I would outsource it now, but at the time I didn't do that, and now I know better. But yeah, none of those issues, none of those headaches can occur because Amazon takes care of all that stuff for us. And what's really cool is that Amazon has made it really very easy for you to make money, you and I to make money. And the reason why is because they don't make money unless we make money. They don't make money unless we do. So they have to make it easy. They have to help us. They've got to encourage us. So with a proven system where you're looking for, where you already have the research done, and then they give you this easy platform to use where it's easy to get started, limited skills required. They even pay you on a monthly recurring income stream, which is hugely, which is a proper business model where you can grow it because each time you can just add more stuff and it just grows exponentially. You don't need to know how to build websites, blogs, any of that jazz. Amazon handles all the order taking, the fulfillment, the customer service, the returns. And you can sign up no matter where you live. They still pay you that really attractive 70% royalties, guys. So just a wonderful, wonderful thing to be part of. Now, a lot of people always ask, well, you know, okay, well, how can we improve this? And I've tried to give you as much information as I possibly can here within the time that we have, but it's impossible for me to share everything we know. So what we've done is obviously Ty has put everything we know into an amazing course for you. And if it's okay with you guys, I'll just talk with you a little bit about what we've got here for you. And this course is basically for anyone who's looking for an easy way to make money online and work from home and have a home-based business. It doesn't matter if you've never sold anything before in your life. You just go through the steps. It doesn't matter even if you've got an 8th grade education. Ty's 13-year-old daughter started this. She's now 14. She makes, well, her account, she doesn't. Her account makes $4,000, over $4,000 a month. I think Ty said it was just under $5 now. $5,000 a month. She's paying for her own university by using this program, following the steps in this course and just going through them and publishing books, and of course she gets a nice little allowance, but be dangerous to let a 14-year-old have that kind of money, but amazing. You know, this is something the whole family can do. It doesn't matter if you've got limited experience, limited internet access. Guys, I do most of this stuff from Starbucks. That's my usual day, is a couple of hours in Starbucks in the morning and I'm done for the day. Golf, the rest of it, that's it. Limited time, limited money. Doesn't matter if you hate writing. Like me, I don't do any writing. No technical skills, as you saw. This is dead easy. Doesn't matter if you live in a different country outside of the US. There's literally people all around the globe. We have students all over the world who are having great success with this. I'll show you our Facebook group in a minute. There's people from all over the world doing really, really well with this. So you can too. There's no reason why you can't. You can do this. I know you can. So what we've done is we've put together a very complete course that shows you step by step how Ty grew his Amazon Kindle publishing account from nothing to over $30,000 a month in less than just a few months. Ty basically drops his guard and shows you everything that we've learned about making unheard of amounts of money publishing material to Kindle. Now, of course, we want to share this with you, and you can as well. So here's some of the stuff that we're going to show you. We're going to show you how to find topics that are in high demand. We've tested dozens of different topics over the months, and we have a list of the best ones. These topics sell like crazy, and most importantly, they make money fast. I mean, that's the key, right? You want to make money as quickly as possible. So we're going to give you this entire list of money-making ideas. So you're going to get all of these so you can take action, get going straight away. We're also going to show you how to pick the best way to go. So whether you want to hire a ghostwriter or you want to write it yourself. If you're like me and you want to get someone else to write the content for you, we will walk you through how to outsource everything. If so, we'll also show you the right and the wrong way to go about doing it. This is really important because you really need to make sure that you own the rights to your book. That's the key. If you're having someone else write it for you, you've got to make sure that you own the rights to the book. So some people screw this up big time. We're going to walk you through this step by step. We give you all the templates, the resources, any things to sign, contracts and stuff that they need. We give that to you so that you make sure you own the rights and everything runs smoothly every single time. Or if you choose to write your own content, we're going to give you pre-formatted templates that make the whole process of writing your own content drop dead easy. It's literally, you just sit down, let the muses take you right away, start pumping out those words. It's literally drop dead easy. You fill in the blanks and you're good. You're off to the races. And you get approved in Amazon every time using these templates. We'll also show you a simple strategy that Ty taught one of his buddies that's now making him nearly $4,000 a month from what we call Amazon Shorts. And these are 2 to 3 page reports. All right, so even if you don't want to outsource, all right, let's say you don't want to spend $50 on outsource, which you'd be crazy not to, but if you don't, even I could write a 2 or 3 page report on a topic following this strategy Ty teaches you. Again, you can do nothing but this, and Ty's buddy's making $4,000 a month from this strategy alone. It's just super easy to do. He's even got his kids doing this now as well, so you can for sure. We're going to show you how to find what people want to buy. The easiest way to make money online is by finding out what people want to buy and then sell it to them. We're going to show you exactly how it's done. We're also going to show you how to get best-selling titles and descriptions. Okay, so how to create best-selling titles and descriptions that will draw mega attention to your books and make people want to buy your stuff over everything else they see on Amazon. Okay, so they're going to want to buy your stuff. When you get the titles and descriptions right, we're going to give you the templates, the formats. Literally, you just copy the templates and you're off to the races. Good to go with that. Again, you get this right and it's mega cash in your pockets, guys. We're also going to show you how to get super professional covers created. Remember, I said title, description, covers. The most important part, we've got you covered on all those. We're going to show you how you can get covers created just like the ones you see here, really high quality covers for just $5 to $10, guys. $5 to $10, you can get these covers created. And this really helps when you want to test the covers like I recommended that you do, because you can get multiple ones created and it's only $5 to $10. Some people pay hundreds of dollars to have covers of less quality created, and the simple reason why, they just don't have our system, they don't have our formula to follow, they don't know any better. Well, we're also going to, plus we're going to give you some more simple tips that we use for picking content to sell on Amazon. More simple tips that we use for selling content on Amazon. Now, this one method tripled Ty's sales from 3,000 to 8,000 a month. From 3,000 to 8,000. In fact, you saw it in the checks. This is how he got that check to jump from 3,000 to 8,000 in 1 month. We're going to give you that exact method, so you can literally go and plug it in straight from the beginning. And again, you're going to be crushing the competition on Amazon. People that aren't doing this, you're going to be killing it. We're also going to show you the stupid Amazon.com mistakes. Now, these are mistakes that will cause you to lose money when you do this on your own. So many people make these 5 mistakes. We see them every single day. And we're going to show you how you can avoid these 5 money-losing mistakes. And, of course, if you avoid these mistakes, you're going to get to make money straight away rather than having to do the trial and error that we did. And we made these mistakes as well. So we've made them so you don't have to. We're going to show you exactly how to avoid them. Plus, we're going to you'll get access to the entire list of title enhancers. Now, I gave you a couple to get you going, but we want to clear these that we include in our titles to really you can literally double and triple your sales, guys, with these title enhancers. We're going to give you the entire list, not just the few that we gave you to get going, but the entire list of them. Again, just adding a few of these words to your titles will get people buying even more of your ebooks in a day in and day out. Literally, even while you're on vacation, you're going to get money coming in. We'll also show you how to get hundreds, even thousands actually, of other websites to post links back to your ebooks, helping you make even more money. Now, this method alone makes thousands of dollars in additional revenue outside of Amazon. In fact, I'm just as excited about you guys finding out about this as I am about the whole selling content on Kindle. This really is a profit center in itself. Again, thousands of dollars in additional revenue. You're going to get that as well. So we're going to show you everything. Plus, you get access to our private Facebook group that I talked to you about. This is where you get to come and ask me, Ty, anyone you like questions, get updates, share ideas, brainstorm, get help. If you need help with your titles, if you need critiquing of your book covers, we are here to help you succeed with this. You are not alone. So anytime in the past you've got stuck or got frustrated with something and you haven't been able to move past it, that won't happen here because we're here to help and support you. And I personally believe this is one of the best groups on Facebook. I've actually got some people here to back that up as well. Obviously I do ask people how we're doing, how can we make the experience better, how can we help more. And Lama came back and said, I'd rate this group 9 out of 10. The support offered here is unlike anything I have experienced in any other group on Facebook or in any other social community during my 8-year journey online as an internet marketer. Everyone here gladly and genuinely shares their knowledge and experience with others without holding anything back. Now, guys, you don't just have me in here. You have other, like I said, other six-figure earners that are doing tons, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars with this. We're all in here to help and support you. Bert followed up with, I second the comment, Lama. Not sure how you guys brought such support and encouragement to this place, but it sure is welcome. So, guys, again, you're not alone with this. We're here to make sure you succeed. That's the goal here. That's why we've had so many success stories come from this. Imagine, it's as simple as this. Being able to upload a tiny ebook without doing any marketing. There's no pay-per-click. You don't have to pay for advertising, no PPC, none of that stuff. And that one little ebook makes you hundreds of dollars per month on autopilot. It's pretty much automatic once it's set up. You do have to set it up, remember? You've got to go through the steps and set it up. But again, you could outsource all of that. And then if you want to make more money, you simply move on to making another one, and then another and another, until you hit your financial goals. I mean, it really doesn't, it's as simple as those 3 steps. Rinse and repeat. So, to wrap this up, in this course, we are going to show you the entire money-making system from start to finish. You will literally look over Ty's shoulder as he shows you everything that you'll need to get started as quickly as possible and start making money. We've made this super easy, really, so that anyone, especially newbies and beginners, because that's the important part, there's always newbies and beginners, that can follow along and get quick results. That's the key. We need to get you quick results. If you can get quick results and start making money, sky's the limit. The excitement, the momentum, you'll carry on, and the sky's the limit for you at that point. So we want to get you quick results. That's the key. That's how this course has been designed. Now, I'm going to give you the URL in just a second. But before we do that, I, of course, have some really cool bonuses to really make this an outrageous offer for you so that to really make sure you succeed. These are going to be great things to really add to this as well. In fact, one of these, this first bonus right here, is the Google Kindle Crunch course. Now, this is a course that Ty created separately. This is a separate course that Ty created and charged $500 for. This is going to show you how you can rank your books on that first page of Google. All right, this is going to show you how you rank your ebooks on the first page of Google. Now, you don't actually have to do this yourself. Again, you could have an outsourcer do all of this stuff as well. You just need to know how to do it. This is what you're going to get. Now, again, guys, this is a fast action bonus. These are only available on this webinar, so you do need to get ready to order and order on now. But if you do, you're going to get access to the Google Kindle Crunch course. You're also going to get access to the Facebook and YouTube Socializer modules. These are 2 amazing trainings that We'll show you how you can basically get traffic from Facebook and YouTube if you want to, and dominate your niche in any niche you go into with your books. It's incredible. You can double and triple your sales with this stuff. You've also got the Publishing to Nook and iBooks mini course. Now, this again was another $500 course that Ty taught, which basically showed you how you can take your books from Kindle and you can put them on the Nook, which is Barnes & Noble's device, and the iBooks. There are only 3 devices that really own the market share. First is Kindle, then there's Nook, and then there's iBooks, or Nook or iBooks, I'm not sure, probably iBooks and then Nook. Either way, you're going to be on all the devices. So remember when I told you Forrester's prediction was $10 billion worth? You're going to be on every device. That was for every device. You're going to be on every device. Again, that was a $500 course on its own. You're going to get this as well. You're also going to get the offline income publisher model. This is where you can actually have people pay you to do this for them. Example of what you're going to learn here is I was able to get my dentist to pay me $1,200 to publish a book for him on Kindle. $1,200 to publish a book for him on Kindle. All he wanted was to be able to say that he was an internationally published author for his business and put that on his business card. He was happy to pay me $1,200 to do that. Guys, all you need is to follow the steps in this, a couple of those a month, and that's a whole additional income stream from this information you're learning. Next up, we've got the bonus of turning your ebooks into physical books. Like I said, 50 Shades of Grey was a ebook originally, and then they turned it into a physical book. We're going to show you how you can do the same. This adds massive credibility to anything you're trying to do, whether it's your own branding or whether you just want to add credibility to the Amazon store itself by having a physical book as well. Just that will increase sales. And then we have the final bonus on this page is the ebook list builder method. Now, you've heard this story before. The money is in the list, and it is absolutely true. So how do we build a list? Well, we've already got people buying your books. So all we'll do is show you how to siphon those people from your books onto your list. And then you can sell affiliate products to them. You can do whatever you like. And again, I mean, you can make tens of thousands of dollars from building a list from your books, because these are customers. These are people that have bought. They're willing to reach into their pocket and spend money with you. That is literally like pure gold. And we're going to show you how you can really maximize this and build a list as well. And finally, I have a very special bonus. This is the last bonus, but it's a doozy. Unfortunately, I do have to limit this to the first 10 people that order. For the first 10 people that order, you are going to get a virtual assistant or paid for you. We're going to pay for 40 hours of a virtual assistant to work with you and get your business up and running. So they can do the research, they can do, the only thing they can't do is write the book, but they can hire the writers, they can find the writers, they can hire the graphic designers, they can do all of that stuff and manage the business for you. They can get your books ranked, they can go through the Kindle Crunch course that you're going to get, the bonus that you're going to get, and do all the, and go through the steps in that to get those books on the first page of Google. They're going to do all of that. They can do all of that for you. Again, we can only do the first 10 people because this is coming out of Ty's pocket. So Ty, this is a real person that obviously, of course, Ty is actually going to pay for their time. So this can only be available to the first 10 people that order. So please, we've got a lot of people on here this afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. And this will go quickly. I guarantee it. So if you're on the fence, I really recommend you jump into this and take action. Here's a quick recap of what you're going to get. You're going to get the Google Kindle Crunch course. You're going to get the Facebook, YouTube Socializer module bonus. You get the Nook and iBooks mini course. You're going to get the offline income publisher model. You're going to learn how to turn your books into physical books. You're going to get the ebook list builder method to build a massive list of highly responsive buyers from you. Plus, you're going to get your very own virtual assistant for 40 hours paid for the first 10 people. And again, you don't actually have to use that virtual assistant on the book, on the Kindle stuff. If you have another business, you can use them to do any online tasks you want. Total bonus value, over $2,500. The Kindle course itself, of course, which you're going to get down here, this is a full home study course. So this is going to be delivered to your doorstep. These are the DVDs that you can actually watch with the family, get the whole family involved with this and making money. It's just a wonderful opportunity. Normally, outside of this webinar, this sells for $2,000, guys. This full home study course is $2,000. So you're going to get all of this for a fraction of that price. So if you want to get signed up, guys, go over to www.special-access.com/JL. www.special-access.com/JL and get your orders in now, because those virtual assistants will go quickly. I promise you. It's only for the first 10 people, so please be one of the first 10 to get in on this. Now, of course, there is a 100% money-back guarantee. So once you receive the course, like I said, this is a physical course that will be shipped to your doorstep. And once you receive the course, you're going to then the money-back guarantee will start once you receive it. So if it takes you a couple of days to get to you, then what you can do in the meantime is actually get started right away. Come and see us in the Facebook group. Come and join me. We'll help you get started right away. So you've actually got more than 30 days to really get stuck in and give this a go. See if it's for you. You have nothing to risk here, guys. If you don't like it, it's not for you. Send it back. No problem. No questions asked. It's not a problem at all. So we want to make sure that if you are interested, there's no risk at all of you losing any money or being unsatisfied in any way whatsoever. You just send it back, no problem. So again, go over www.special-access.com/JL. Now, I've got some really cool testimonials here, guys. If you want to go over to the webpage, again, www.special-access.com/JL, you can see a fantastic video testimonial from Valerie Pope. Valerie will actually on that page, she goes through and actually shows you inside of her Kindle account. She'll go inside, she shows you all the books, the money she's making, just starting out, putting a few books up there. You get to see the titles and everything, so really good case study. If you want to go in, she's in the Facebook group. You're going to get help from her. She's in there as well. She's a wonderful lady that will happily help you succeed. No reason why you can't do this as well. We've also got a testimonial here from Vinny. Vinny says he made about $10 in November with this, but in December he made $950. And that does not include the KDP Select bonus. That's like the lending library and stuff that I told you about. That was across 6 books. So he made $950 from 6 books, 3 of which he published in December. I think I'll hit around $3,000 to $4,000 in January. $3,000 to $4,000, guys. He went in 2 months. And I plan to keep adding new titles like you. I have big plans for Kindle marketing. And I want to get well into the 5- and 6-figure a month level. So again, guys, you can do the same. There's so many. We have so many of these testimonials and successes in our Facebook group, and people that have done well with this. So again, you can do the same. Again, 100% money back guarantee. So you have nothing to risk. You have nothing to risk. If you've liked it, you think this is for you, give it a try and see what you think. Let us help you get up and running with this. You can go www.special-access.com/JL. Again, another testimonial on that page where you'll see Steve Schreier. Again, he'll tell you about his books, what topics he's in, what niches he's in, and the success that he's had as well. So again, you can see all these case studies and testimonials on www.special-access.com/JL. You got Dan testimonial from Dan Murphy. He said, my sales figures, don't have my sales figures yet for December, but I'm definitely sure I cracked $900, maybe even $1,000. This is fantastic. So again, like I said, guys, you got everyone from people making $1,000 all the way up to tens of thousands of dollars a month, no matter the skill level, no matter what skill set you're at. Chris Brown, again, 400 testimonial say in December he completed his 400th sale for the month. That's half his mortgage payment. My family and I are ecstatic and really want to thank you for the help and encouragement and the teaching this amazing life-changing opportunity. And guys, I mean, we really do have hundreds of these testimonials. Testimonials that have come in. Again, you can see the case studies, you can watch the videos, get involved. We're here to help. We're here to help, and we definitely want you to succeed, and that's why we've got all this set up in a step-by-step program for you to be able to just go and plug into this and do it. Again, www.special-access.com/JL. Justin, are you there, buddy?
Tom, I am here.
Awesome. Is there anything you wanted to add? Is there anything? We're going to have a Q&A here in a bit, but I don't know if you wanted to add anything to.
The only thing that I'd like to add is, and especially those people who are here as part of the Intern Profits community, you guys know how huge I am on hiring interns to help you in your business. And what I'd like to do is to expend a special bonus myself. And then anybody who gets started today, just email into our support desk a copy of your receipt, and we will go ahead and upgrade whatever membership level you have in Intern Profits into a lifetime VIP membership, which gets you access to absolutely every single thing that you would ever need to help you find, hire, and manage interns, to help you write your books, promote your books, and do all that stuff. So that's for anybody who orders today and who forwards us a copy of their receipt by email.
Awesome, buddy. That's really generous of you. Thank you so much. That's really cool. I mean,
well, I want to see people take action and have success, and I know that, you know, like you guys say, sometimes it's tough to think that you're going to do all this by yourself, and hiring an intern, and you know, we talked about it with Ty's community today, can be a great way to write a book. The book that I wrote, I had two interns helping me. One helped with the editing and the writing, and then I had another one just do the book marketing once the book was published.
Yeah, it makes such a difference, and interns is a great way. I've used interns before, and in various different stuff. We've also used them for our app, so I know 100%. You know, that works, and this is going to be perfect complement to this. So thank you, mate. That's really kind of you. Really appreciate that.
But that's it, everybody. If you guys are ready to get started tonight, and you should be after the awesome presentation that you've seen and seen the potential and the capability of what you could do, just go ahead right now. And we said you guys have seen the link on the page. It's specialaccess.com/JL, like my initials, Justin Lee.
Absolutely. So, guys, if you have any questions for us, you know, we're going on here. This is, you know, we've jam-packed this as much as we could here. We're coming to the top of the hour here. But if you have any questions, let's fire away. You know, I'm an open book. Happy to help. If you've got any questions about what's the program, what's involved, and yeah, just fire away. I'm just going back up through there.
I actually have a question for you.
Yeah, fire away.
So when you guys are going through and doing your research and analysis of keywords to make sure that there's demand there to drive book sales, are you trying to have people, are you having people cross-reference back between search volume and existing books on Amazon and have them try and cherry pick where there's opportunity, where there's high search volume and not many books? Or do you tell them it doesn't matter what the competition is because we're going to show you guys how to get your books to the top anyway, so don't worry about competition or lack thereof?
Yeah, great question. And the first, to answer that, competition is a great thing. We do not shy away from competition. If you follow the strategies and the systems that Ty's going to teach you, you won't have a problem. Competition won't matter. And the thing is that we have to have competition because it means there's money there. I go after the most competitive things on Amazon because I know there's money there. There's money to be made there. If they're, you know, we think that we're going to find something really, a lot of times we try and find something that's sneaky and that someone else hasn't discovered, when the reality is, you know, most of the things have been found now, you know, the niches, the lucrative niches. So if there's competition, that is a great thing. It means that there's people spending a lot of money, and as long as you follow the steps and you follow our templates for creating your descriptions, your titles, and your book covers, and then you do the research and you know the search volumes there, because you got to think the search volume for Google is not related to the search volume or what's selling in Amazon. So those sales, by getting found in Google, that's also going to shoot you up the rankings in Amazon itself, and it's called a sort of self-perpetuating. But as long as you follow the steps and everything else, competition is a great thing. Don't ever be scared of that, because as long as you've got the tools and the system which we're going to give you, you will make money if there's competition there.
Cool, makes sense.
But that's a great question. Lots of people always ask about competition. You just got to make sure